This video will walk you through best practices for using learner response tools in a hybrid environment. Learner response systems allow facilitators to rapidly collect answers to questions from every learner. You can also graphically display a summary of the data. They provide opportunities to engage learners no matter their physical location, and they allow every participant to respond, creating an inclusive learning environment. Two well-known options are Poll Everywhere and Kahoot. Poll Everywhere provides a wide variety of question types and allows for learners to send in responses from the web or via SMS text, making it a great option if you're in an environment where participants may not have access to a computer or even a smartphone. As question responses are collected, they appear in a dynamic format that changes in live time. This provides learners an engaging and shared experience. Kahoot is another polling option that is game-based. Questions can be set to a timer, and the faster participants respond, the more points they earn. After each question, a leaderboard is displayed, and at the end of the poll, the winner is highlighted on the closing screen. It's a really fun and lively way to engage participants while also checking comprehension. Kahoot provides several options for question types. They're more limited than Poll Everywhere. You'll notice that there are some indicated with a blue star, and those are for paid or subscription plans. Now we'll talk about some best practices for polling in a hybrid environment. The first tip is prepare your polls in advance. So script out your questions and enter them into either Poll Everywhere or Kahoot prior to starting the actual class. The next tip is prepare your learners in advance. Let them know what they'll need to participate and to come prepared. You can share this information in a pre-course email or in a course announcement prior to beginning the session. The next tip is practice using your tool before going live in the classroom. So the night before, display your poll on your computer and practice joining from another device like a phone or a tablet so you can see both the instructor and the learner perspective and make sure that everything is working correctly. The next tip is provide clear, simple instructions. Create an instruction slide if you're using a PowerPoint presentation that has clear and simple instructions for how to join and participate in the poll or a quiz. The last tip is to take note of your numbers. Notice how many students are in your class, both online and in person. In both Kahoot and Poll Everywhere, take a tally of the number of results as results are coming in and also how many people have joined your session. So if you notice that maybe you have 21 learners in a session but only 15 responses, you might need to wait a few more moments to allow everyone the opportunity to respond. Now we'll talk through a few sample activities and how you could use Poll Everywhere or Kahoot to facilitate these activities so that students online and in person can participate together. The first type of activity is icebreakers. You could use the word cloud format to gather information about where people are from, their goals, or even just their role. Remember to use simple questions to get participants engaged in the session and help them connect online and in person together. Another way you can use polling tools is to gather feedback or as an exit ticket. Use an open-ended response to collect lingering questions or ask students to share the MVPI, most valuable piece of information they learned in the session. You can also create a multiple choice poll to gather feedback on your session and your facilitation style. Kahoot and Poll Everywhere both have ready-to-go feedback tools for you to use. Check-in questions allow you to see how participants feel about a certain topic and help you to gauge readiness to move on. Using a polling tool to capture this information is a great way to ensure you're aware of all learners' needs, online and in person. The emotion scale question in Poll Everywhere is a ready-to-go option for creating this type of question. Polls can also be used to support team-based learning activities. You can ask groups to vote on options, summarize what their activities were, and more. In-person groups and online groups in breakout rooms can respond as one team. Simply ask each team to designate one person to respond.